Welcome to the quiet side of the night. The world outside is still, and the sea is waiting. Take a deep breath and let it out slowly. Feel the sound fade around you, the hum of your room, the gentle pull of sleep. Tonight, we drift together into the forgotten past, into a world of salt, wood, and whispers. The world of pirates. Not the ones from the movies, but the ones who truly lived and suffered beneath the endless sky. Before we begin, if this calm storytelling brings you peace, don't forget to like, to subscribe, and to leave a soft comment below. It helps this little ship float a bit farther, across the sea of dreams. Now, close your eyes. Let the sound of the waves carry you away, and listen. As the story begins, the sea is quiet tonight, a dark, endless sheet of silver and black, breathing beneath a pale moon. You can almost taste the salt in the air, feel the faint mist on your skin. Somewhere in that darkness, a ship drifts alone, its sails torn, its timbers groaning with every soft wave. You stand there at the edge of the deck. The wooden rail is rough beneath your hands. The night is wide and silent. You've heard the stories of brave men, golden treasure, freedom under the stars. But out here, under this real sky, there are no heroes, only the sea, and the quiet ache of those who dare to cross it. The wind brushes past your face, whispering secrets from distant shores. Beneath you, the ship creaks like a living thing. The ropes hum, the mast sighs. For a moment, you imagine what it must have felt like to stand here centuries ago, when pirates ruled these waters. Men who ran from kings and masters, chasing the promise of freedom. But freedom on the sea was never soft. It was sharp, cold, and endless. The days stretched like waves, one after another, each one tasting the same. Still they dreamed. Every night, under this same moon, they looked to the horizon, hoping that somewhere beyond the mist, lay peace, or gold, or simply rest. The ocean rocked them gently, as if trying to lull them into forgetting the hunger, the storms, the men they had killed. And now, as the ship drifts on, and your eyes grow heavier, you begin to drift too. The sound of the waves becomes slower, softer. The sea breathes in and out, and you breathe with it. This is where their story begins. Dawn rises slow and gray. The air is thick with the smell of tar, sweat, and salt. The men wake one by one, eyes red, faces hard, skin burned and cracked from the endless sun. They were not the grand pirates of legend. They were not kings, nor fearless adventurers. They were broken men, thieves and runaways, deserters from cruel ships, beggars who traded hunger on land for hunger at sea. The ocean had taken them all in, like a cruel mother with open arms. You watch them move slowly, some patching torn sails, others fighting for the last scrap of bread. One man hums a song, low, almost a whisper, from a homeland he'll never see again. Another sits alone by a barrel, staring into the sea, as if waiting for someone to rise from the water and forgive him. They were men who carried ghosts inside their eyes. Once, long ago, they dreamed of freedom, of sailing without law, without masters. But the sea had its own rules. There was no mercy here, no kindness, only wind, water, and the hunger of men who had nothing left to lose. The captain shouts from the quarterdeck, his voice rough like the scrape of rope on wood. Orders echo across the ship, boots thudding against the planks. The men move, half asleep, doing what they've done 1,000 times before. Work, fight a bit, and pray the day passes quietly. As the sun climbs higher, the ocean shimmers with heat. The ship cuts through the waves, slow and tired. The gulls cry again, lonely voices circling above, searching for food, or perhaps for memory. And you realize, this was not a story of adventure. It was a story of survival. The men behind the myth were just that men, fragile, forgotten, clinging to the same horizon that you now see in your dreams. The sea hums softly around them, rocking them like children. The waves whisper their names and carry them slowly, deeper into the dark, The days pass without sound. The sky is always gray, not bright enough to call morning, not dark enough to call night. It's a color that seeps into the bones, a soft, heavy stillness. The men move slowly, their eyes half closed from sleepless nights. Each step on the deck is the same as yesterday's. The same ropes, the same smell of wet wood and sweat. Breakfast is hard bread, dry as stone. They bite it carefully, thinking, and chase it down with warm water. That tastes faintly of metal. Some chew in silence. Others stare at the horizon, as if trying to remember what blue looked like. When the wind dies, the ship stops moving. The sails hang limp and lifeless, and the sea becomes a mirror, still and cruel. The sun presses down, hot and endless. The deck burns their feet. There is no shade, no rest, no sound except the slow creak of wood and the faint moan of the ocean. Time loses meaning. Hours melt together like wax. They play dice, tell stories that no one listens to, laugh without smiling. Sometimes, someone hums a tune, soft and low, a melody that rises and falls like the sea itself. At night, the sky turns silver again. The stars blur in the mist. The men sleep where they can, curled against barrels, or sprawled on the deck, their dreams full of storms and ghosts. And through it all, the sea keeps breathing, and out, a rhythm older than memory. You listen to it now. The steady, endless sound. The sound that pulls you so deeper into calm. They called it freedom. To live without kings, without masters, to take what they could, and sail wherever the wind led them. But freedom has weight, and on this ship, it weighed heavy on every soul. The captain ruled with silence. He didn't shout anymore. He didn't need to. A single glance, a single hand on his sword, and the men obeyed. There was no law, only fear. Sometimes fights broke out below deck, two men wrestling over a bottle, a stolen coin, or nothing at all. The others watched, silent, too tired to stop it. When punishment came, it came at dawn. The guilty were tied to the mast. The lash cracked. The sound echoed across the water, sharp cold, disappearing into the mist. And yet, they still called it freedom, because no one ordered them to be here. They chose this life, knowing it might end tomorrow. At night, they sat beneath the pale stars, drinking what rum was left, telling themselves that the world below the horizon was worse. The ocean rocked the ship gently, whispering its own truth, that freedom and loneliness are born from the same wave. You feel that same stillness now, that same slow pull in your chest. You breathe with the sea. The world fades. All that remains is the sound of water and the memory of men who mistook silence for peace. When the night was kind and the rum burned sweet, they sang, voices rough and broken, rising into the wind like smoke. The songs were old, carried from distant ports and forgotten villages. Songs of home, of lost women, of golden shores they would never see again. The stars listened in silence. The sea kept its rhythm beneath them, rocking each note into the dark. One man beat softly on a barrel, marking time. Another hummed, eyes half closed, tears hidden by the salt in the air. The songs were lies, promises of glory and gold. None of them had treasure, or freedom, or peace. But for a little while, the lies were enough. The music covered the sound of coughing, of hunger, of the waves gnawing at the hull. The sea took their voices, softened them, carried them across the endless dark. You can almost hear it now, faint, distant, drifting through time. The song of men who were forgotten, but who once sang beneath the same moon that shines outside your window tonight. The rhythm slows, the sound fades, the ship drifts, and somewhere in the darkness, a quiet voice whispers, "Sleep now, sailor, the sea will keep you." The sea has moods. Tonight, it sleeps, flat and dark, like a mirror made of glass and ink. The air is heavy, too still, too calm. The men move softly, their footsteps muffled by the damp planks. They know this silence. It comes before the storm, The sky above is wide and endless. The stars fade behind thin clouds. Someone coughs. Someone whispers a prayer. And somewhere deep below deck, a single drop of water falls. And again, echoing like a heartbeat. The sea waits. The air presses close, warm and thick, like the breath of something alive. You can feel it too. The tension, the quiet before chaos. The men look up, toward the horizon, but there is nothing to see. Only darkness. Only the quiet. The ship drifts, rocking gently in its sleep. And as the first soft gust of wind brushes your face, you can almost hear the sea whisper, "It's time." It begins with a single wave, small, harmless, a ripple across the stillness. But then another follows, and another. Soon the water heaves like a living thing, rising, groaning, crashing against the hull. The sky splits open. Thunder rolls across the sea like drums of war. Lightning flashes. For one brief second, the ship glows white against the storm, a fragile speck in a raging world. Men shout, voices lost in the roar of the wind. Sails whip and tear. Barrels roll. The deck tilts, throwing bodies into the dark water below. The captain grips the wheel, his face lit by flashes of lightning. Pale, determined, silent. His hands bleed. His coat whips in the wind. He knows he can't fight the sea. No one can. The storm rages on, hours or days. No one can tell. And then, as suddenly as it began, it ends. The sea falls quiet. The wind dies. The ship drifts once more, broken, bleeding. The men sit among the wreckage, too tired to speak. And as dawn creeps across the gray horizon, they whisper to themselves, "We're alive." But the sea says nothing. The storm is gone, but something lingers. Below deck, the air is thick, damp, heavy, sour with the smell of mold and salt. Candles flicker, their small flames dancing on the wood. Men lie in hammocks, silent, faces pale, eyes open but unfocused. Some whisper in their sleep. Others call out to people long dead. The ocean creaks beneath them, a slow, endless groan, like the breath of something ancient. You walk between them, the floor soft under your boots, soaked with seawater and rum. You can hear the rats, scurrying through the shadows. Somewhere, a man coughs, the sound wet and deep. The surgeon sits beside him, hands shaking, eyes tired. There are no medicines here, only a knife. And hope. The ship smells of sickness and fear. But above, the ocean sings softly, the same lullaby it always does. The sound drifts down through the planks, into this dark, narrow space, rocking them, soothing them, as if the sea itself feels pity. You close your eyes, listening to that soft rhythm, and out, until you can't tell if the sound is the ocean or your own heartbeat. Days blur together again. The storm is gone, but the fear remains. They see things now, shapes in the mist, faces in the water. A sailor swears he saw a woman beneath the waves, her eyes bright, her hand reaching toward the ship. Another claims he hears laughter at night, faint, distant, echoing across the dark. The men stop sleeping. They whisper of curses, of ghosts that follow those who steal from the dead. But the captain says nothing. He just stares at the sea, his gaze lost somewhere beyond the horizon. The water glows faintly under the moon. The ship rocks slow and steady. The men try to remember what day it is, but they've forgotten the count. All they know is water, sky, and the silence between both. The world has become endless. Just the sea, the ship, and the shadows that follow them. Soft hum of waves, faint whispering wind. Anchor Scene 10, the sea never forgets. The ocean keeps its memories. Every ship that sank, every cry lost to the wind, every dream whispered into the dark, remembers. The men stand at the rail, staring into the water below. They can almost see faces there. Not ghosts, not spirits, but reflections of themselves. Tired eyes, empty hearts. The sea has taken something from each of them. A friend, a piece of their soul. yet still they sail. Because there's nowhere else to go. The wind is soft now. The waves gentle again. Night falls slowly. The stars blink awake. The sea breathes. And as the ship drifts on, you feel yourself drifting too. The sounds blur. The ropes, the wind, the slow hum of the tide. The ocean hums its ancient song, the same one it sang to those long-forgotten sailors. A lullaby of loss and peace. You close your eyes, and for a moment, you too become part of it. Just another dream, floating gently on the endless, forgiving sea. The sea has stopped giving. The fish are gone. The barrels are empty. The men eat once a day now. A handful of dry crumbs, a sip of warm water. Their faces grow thin, eyes sinking deep into shadow. The wind is weak. The sails hang loose. The ship moves only when the sea allows it. Sometimes it doesn't move at all. They sit in silence, too tired to speak, too weak to hope. The sound of chewing, the creak of rope, the slow breath of men barely alive. Someone laughs once. Loho. No one joins in. Days pass like this. The same gray sky, the same endless water, the same soft, empty sound. And in that silence, the sea becomes something more. Not an enemy, not a friend, just everything. The world shrinks until only the sound of waves remains, gentle, steady, breathing with you, and drift deeper into stillness. One man begins to speak again, not to the others, but to the water. He leans over the railing, whispering to the waves. No one stops him. No one asks what he's saying. Maybe he's praying. Maybe he's apologizing. Or maybe he's just lonely. The others pretend not to see. But at night, when the stars shimmer faintly on the dark water, they hear him still, murmuring softly, voice blending with the sea breeze. One man swears. He heard the sea answer back. The soft hum, almost human, deep below the ship. They laugh nervously, but inside, each one wonders, what if the sea truly listens? What if it remembers every word, every sin, every wish whispered into the dark? The waves brush the hull, slow and steady. You can almost hear them now, answering, softly, gently. Boys, the compass is broken. Its needle spins endlessly, refusing to choose a direction. The captain stares at it for hours. His hands tremble, though he doesn't move. The sea stretches out in every direction, identical, infinite, cruelly calm. Maybe, he whispers, there is no land anymore. The crew doesn't answer. They don't ask where they are. They've stopped caring. The horizon has no edges. The sky has no mercy. Only the waves remain, gentle, endless, whispering to the ship like a lullaby. The compass keeps spinning. The sea keeps breathing. And you drift further into that sound, round, slow, unending. The sea becomes your compass now. It points to only one direction, inward. At night, the sea glows faintly blue. The light comes from below, from creatures no one has ever seen. They move slowly, shining like stars trapped under glass. The men watch in silence, faces lit by that ghostly light. For a moment, they forget hunger, fear, and the taste of salt. The ocean hums, a low, endless sound that seeps through the wood, through their bones, into their dreams. Some say it's only the current. Others believe it's the voice of the deep, the sea remembering everything it has taken. You listen now too. That soft, distant vibration. It hums like a heartbeat, slow, steady. The world fades. The sound remains. The deep calls gently, not to frighten, but to soothe. You let it. You drift. You breathe. And everything becomes blue. Sometimes they dream of land, green hills, the smell of grass, the warmth of sunlight on skin that isn't burning with salt. They dream of laughter, of music from taverns, of footsteps that don't sway beneath them. But when they wake, all they see is gray, sky and sea, folded together like one endless blanket. One sailor says he remembers the sound of leaves. Another says he's forgotten what rain on stone feels like. The captain doesn't dream anymore. He just watches the horizon, where the sea meets the sky, and wonders if maybe they've already crossed into somewhere else. A place beyond maps, beyond memory. The sea rocks them gently, steady and kind, and as the sun sets, gold melting into gray, their eyes close one by one. The waves whisper soft and low, "Rest now." The journey never ends. It only changes its name. The ship drifts. The stars appear. The sea breathes. You breathe with it. Slow. The moon has followed them for weeks. Round, white, finless. Every night, it rises the same way. Slow, patient, like an old friend who never speaks. The men look up at it, eyes half closed. They no longer talk about the stars, or the wind, or the days that never end. Only the moon remains. Silver? Sometimes it hides behind clouds, and the world becomes black. But when it returns, the sea glows again, a path of light stretching forever forward. The captain whispers, "Maybe it's showing us the way." No one answers. They just watch that silver path shimmer and fade, until their eyelids grow heavy. The moon keeps watching, always watching, even when they sleep. Even now. That night, one of the sailors dreams he is underwater. The sea is not cold there. Glowing blue. He sees figures drifting all around him. Faces calm. Hands open. They are the ones who were lost before. They smile. No words. No fear. Their eyes shimmer like starlight under glass. He reaches out his hand, and the sea holds it gently, not to pull him down, but to keep him safe. He can hear a song there, a deep, slow melody, as if the ocean itself is breathing. The song hums through his bones, says nothing, but he understands. When he wakes, he doesn't tell anyone. He just stands quietly at the rail, watching the water shimmer, and wonders if maybe, just maybe, he never really woke up. One dawn, the sky opens in gold. For the first time in months, sunlight breaks through the gray. The sea glitters, millions of tiny sparks, as if the stars have fallen into the water. The men stand in silence. Their faces glow with that golden light. For a moment, they look like they remember what living feels like. Someone laughs. It sounds strange, but good. The ocean sparkles back, each wave reflecting the light like glass. They raise their hands to the sun, eyes closed, breathing deep. Warmth fills the deck, salt on their lips, wind in their hair. For one moment, it feels like they've been forgiven. The sea hums softly beneath them. Steady. The world breathes. You breathe. And everything feels light. That evening, a cry goes up from the lookout. Land. The men rush to the bow. And yes, there it is. A dark shape on the horizon. A promise. The ship turns toward it. Every eye fixed on that shadow. Hearts beating for the first time in weeks. The wind rises. The sails fill. The distance shrinks. Slowly, beautifully. But when night falls, and the fog rolls in, the island fades. They sail all night, chasing it. But by dawn, it's gone. The horizon is empty again. No one speaks. The sea glitters softly, innocent, endless. Maybe the island was a mirage. Or maybe it was never meant to be reached. The captain only says one thing. The sea shows us what we want to see. Then he closes his eyes, and the ship drifts quietly onward. Night again. The stars hang low, bright and endless. The ship creaks softly, rocking on calm waves. The men sleep. Their breathing slow, steady, one with the rhythm of the sea. The captain sits alone at the wheel. His eyes are closed. His hands rest on the worn wood. The moonlight covers everything in silver. Phillips, the sails, the waves, all shimmer like ghosts in a dream. Somewhere, a gull cries once, then fades into silence. The ocean hums low and deep, not angry, not restless, just alive. The ship moves forward, slow, gentle, endless, and you are drifting with it now. Your thoughts grow quiet. Your breath softens. The sea whispers one last time. Sleep, sailor. The world can wait. The waves rise and fall, until everything becomes still. The night is softer now. The waves whisper like silk. The air feels warm, glowing faintly, as if the stars have melted into it. The ship no longer creaks. It simply floats, still, silent, a feather on a sleeping ocean. The men dream, but this time, the dreams are gentle. They see fields again, green and bright. They hear laughter, soft and far away. Someone hums a lullaby, the same one they used to hear as children. The sea listens. It hums along, low and deep, matching their breath. And somewhere between waking and sleep, you realize the sea isn't outside anymore. It's inside you, moving with your heartbeat, whispering with every breath. Gentle, endless. The captain dreams of a shore, not one he's seen, but one he remembers from before. There's a small house, white walls, a door that never locked. He hears a voice there, laughter, like someone calling his name. The sea breeze is warm. He feels sand under his feet, sunlight on his face. For the first time, his hands aren't trembling. His chest doesn't ache. The horizon is calm, the sky wide and kind. He smiles, slow, tired. Then the sound of waves returns. The sea calls softly, and he knows it's time. Not to leave, but to rest. He opens his eyes. The moonlight touches his face. And for a moment, he looks almost at peace. Deep below the ship, something glows. Not fire, not storm, just light, soft blue, breathing. It rises slowly, spreading through the water like dawn. The hull glows faintly. The men stir in their sleep, bathed in that calm light. It doesn't frighten them. It feels like the sea itself has opened its arms. The light grows brighter, gentle, never harsh. The ocean hums again, a low note that fills the air, steady as a heartbeat. The men dream deeper. Their breath slows. Their bodies soften. The ship no longer moves. It only drifts in light. Soft, glowing underwater sound, long reverb tone. In the dream, the sea becomes sky. The waves turn into clouds. The ship sails upward, through air that smells of salt and sunlight. The stars hang below them now, quiet, shimmering, reflecting what once was above. The men laugh softly in their sleep. The wind carries their voices, faint, musical, into the endless blue. No hunger, no fear, no weight, only peace. The sea and sky trade places, one flowing into the other, until no one can tell which side the world truly belongs to. Maybe they're going home. Maybe they already are. You breathe slowly. The air feels light. The world feels far away. Everything fades into gold. Soft, heavenly hum, deep exhale sound effect. There is no ship anymore. No men. No storm. No horizon. Only the sea. Still alive. The waves rise and fall. Slow, patient, like the breath of a sleeping giant. The stars drift on its surface, glowing faintly in the dark. And if you listen closely, you can hear it, the soft sound of dreaming. The ocean is dreaming of the world it once carried. Of ships, of voices long gone, keeps them all in its quiet heart. Eternal. You are part of it now. The sea breathes with you. Your heart beats with the tide. The story is over, but the sound remains. So, endless. There is a shore, but it doesn't belong to the world you know. The sand glows faintly, silver and soft beneath bare feet. The sea touches the land, like a whisper that never ends. You can't tell where the sky begins. It's all the same color, pale, endless, peaceful. No birds, no wind, only the faint sound of breath. The sea's the same. Every step feels lighter, every thought slower. The world that was storms, hunger, names, fear, feels like someone else's dream. You are walking now, not toward anything, not away, just walking until even the sound of your feet becomes part of the tide. From far away, the sea begins to speak, not in words, but in some low round, deep enough to tremble inside your chest. It sounds like all the voices you've ever known. Every friend, every stranger, every whisper that once called your name. The tones blend together, forming a single melody. It hums softly, wrapping around you like a blanket. The voices don't ask you to answer. They only say, "Press. You are home." And for the first time, the sound of water feels like a heartbeat, slow, infinite. The ocean opens its arms, not falling, but floating downward, as if gravity forgot you exist. The light dims, not with fear, but with comfort. Around you, tiny lights drift like stars, silent creatures that glow and fade, in perfect rhythm. The deeper you go, the quieter the world becomes. Thoughts dissolve. Faces, names, memories, all melt into soft, blue silence. The sea cradles you gently, rocking with the pulse of eternity. You don't breathe anymore. You simply exist. Time stops. Everything is still. Only the slow sound of the deep, like a giant heartbeat, echoing through forever. Far above, the stars are still watching. Their light bends through the water, faint and trembling, reaching for you like soft fingers. You can almost touch them. They shimmer, golden, blue, ancient beyond memory. The sea reflects them, carrying their glow across its surface, like candlelight on glass. For a moment, you see everything, every shore, every storm, every soul that ever sailed these waters. All of it, held together by the same breath, the same light. The stars blink once, slow and kind, as if to say, "You were never lost." Then their light fades gently, like eyes closing in sleep. The tide turns one last time. The sea exhales. The world exhales with it. Every sound slows. Waves, wind, breath. The air feels thick with peace. You can't tell if you're dreaming anymore. Maybe you never woke. The ocean drifts into stillness. The stars stop moving. The water no longer breathes. It only rests. The last sound you hear is your own heartbeat merging with the deep. One pulse, one world, one endless sleep. Everything fades to silence. And in that silence, there's peace, pure, infinite, weightless. The darkness begins to thin. Light starts to bloom through the water. Not sudden, not harsh. Just a quiet shimmer, like the ocean is waking up. You can feel it before you see it. A warmth spreading across your skin, through your chest, through your breath. The light hums softly, a tone that vibrates inside your bones. You open your eyes, but there's no horizon, no sea, no ship, only light. Endless, golden coat. It feels like forgiveness, like everything that ever hurt has been washed clean. You breathe in. The air feels new, cool, soft, life. Each breath feels like a wave, rising, falling, gentle. You realize something. The sound of your breathing matches the rhythm of the tide. You are not separate from it. You never were. The ocean breathes through you. The world hums through you. Every inhale draws the sky closer. Every exhale releases the weight of everything you were. You are light now. Not a body, not a memory. Just movement, just calm, just the simple act of existing in peace. Somewhere beyond thought, there's an island. You find yourself there, not by walking, but by remembering it exists. The sand is white and cool. The trees bend softly in the breeze. The ocean still sings, but from far away now, a lullaby you'll never forget. You sit beneath a tree. The shade feels like silk. Birds drift lazily in the sky, not calling, just gliding. Time doesn't move here. It rests with you. Every sound, the sea, the wind, the leaves, blends into one soft harmony. And in that harmony, you feel whole. You don't need to go anywhere. You don't need to wake. You are home. The sea still remembers you. Far away, deep beneath the quiet surface, your name drifts with the tide. Not as sound, but as a pattern, a rhythm, a vibration that never fades. Every drop of water that touches the shore carries a piece of your breath. The waves remember your laughter, your silence, your heartbeat. You became part of its story, not lost, not gone, just written in a language, made of wind and water, And even now, the sea hums your song, a soft, endless echo that says, "You are still here." The sky and sea finally meet. There is no line between them anymore. No above, no below, only stillness. You stand at the edge, though there's no edge to stand on, just light, and the faint memory of motion. You close your eyes. The light folds around you, gentle as a breath. The sea exhales once more, and the world grows quiet. This is not the end. It's the pause between heartbeats, the silence between tides. You have arrived in the place where everything rests. The horizon no longer waits. It is you. The last sound fades. Soft, slow, peaceful. The story sleeps again. The first light returns. Softly, slowly, spilling gold across the waves. The sea breathes again. Its surface ripples with morning air, shimmering like glass. A faint line appears on the horizon, delicate, glowing, alive. The world stretches, as if waking from a long, deep sleep. No sound of storm, no cry of wind, only the hush of dawn, the quiet sigh that comes before birds begin to sing. You feel the warmth touch your face. It's not bright, just enough to remind you that you are still here, still breathing, still floating, still part of the calm. Soft birdsong begins faintly, gentle water lapping. The ocean turns golden, waves catching fire with the morning light. Every crest gleams like molten sun. Every shadow folds quietly into blue. You can almost hear the memories, not as voices, but as feelings. The laughter of sailors, the creak of wood, the songs that once rose beneath the stars. All of it still here, woven into the tide. The sea doesn't forget, keeps everything gently, endlessly. You smile. The water answers. Single, soft wave. That brushes your hand, like an old friend saying, "You made it." The wind wakes with the light. It moves gently through the air, brushing the surface of the sea, lifting the scent of salt and sunrise. The waves begin to dance again. Small comment. You hear the rhythm returning, the pulse of the living world. It's not loud. It's not hurried. Just steady, like a heart that has found its peace. The sails above, tattered quite, catch the wind once more. The ship doesn't rush forward. It glides. Slow, smooth, free. The world has forgiven the night. The horizon glows with color. Soft pinks, amber, silver. Clouds drift lazily, shaped like memories fading into light. The ocean stretches forever, but it doesn't feel empty anymore. It feels full, breathing. You look toward that light and realize something. You've been here before. In every sunrise, in every quiet breath between dreams. The sea never truly ends. It only changes form. Water to air, sound to silence, sleep to waking. You're a part of it all. The horizon opens, wide and welcoming, as if inviting you to begin again. Soft flute melody fades in, slow rhythmic sea sound beneath. The light touches your eyes. Not bright, just warm. You breathe in. The world breathes with you. The sea is calm. The air is soft. Somewhere far away, the sound of a bell drifts across the morning. You open your eyes. The world is still the same, but lighter, quieter, gentler. You feel your heart beating. Slow, steady, peaceful. The dream hasn't ended. It has simply become your breath. The ocean rests. You rest. And as the morning rises fully, you whisper softly, "Thank you, sea." The wind answers. The final sigh, fading into sunlight. Somewhere far away, a ship's bell rings. The sound drifts through the mist. Low, soft, silver. It's not calling anyone. It's just a reminder. The echo fades across the water, carried by the morning wind. For a moment, you close your eyes, and the sound becomes a heartbeat again. Not loud, not insistent, just steady, like the rhythm of peace itself. The bell rings once more, and then nothing but the whisper of waves remains. Soft metallic bell tone fades slowly into sea wind. You stand at the edge of the shore. The tide rolls in, touches your feet, and slips away again. The sand is cool. The air smells of salt and sunlight. Each wave feels familiar, like a voice you once knew, but haven't heard in years. The world is awake now, but not loud, just calm, unhurried. You breathe in, the sea breathes out. You both exist, perfectly in rhythm. And as you look out at the horizon, you realize, it's not goodbye, it's just another tide. The waves still whisper, but now, the sound feels closer, not outside, but within. Every rise and fall matches your breath. Every hush feels like the pause between heartbeats. The ocean has become your voice. When you speak, the world listens softly, as if it knows. You've been somewhere beyond dreams. You don't need to remember the journey. You only need to feel the peace it left behind. The sound of the waves is the sound of yourself, finally calm. The sun climbs higher, but its light is still gentle. The sea glitters, silver, gold, and glass. You walk slowly along the sand, leaving footprints that the water gently erases. Each step feels lighter than the last. You don't think about where you're going, only how quiet everything feels. The world hums, low and warm, like a song without words. And you realize, this is what peace sounds like. Not silence, but balance. The meeting of water and air, light and body, sleep and waking. The perfect middle, where everything simply is. Slow ambient pads, faint sound of footsteps fading out. The day has begun. Birds rise into the blue. The world moves again. But deep inside, you still hear it? The soft pulse of the sea. It lives there now. In the quiet corners of your breath. In the space between thoughts. Whenever the world feels heavy, you can close your eyes and listen. And the sound will return. Not as a storm, not as sorrow, but as calm. The sea never leaves you. It becomes you. The tide moves within your heart, rising, falling, eternal. The ocean is awake now, and so are you. Fade to silence, faint ocean tone for 20 seconds, then complete stillness. The surface shimmers, still, but beneath, there is motion. The water moves softly, unseen, carrying warmth and memory, just like you. On the outside, calm. Inside, thousands of small tides, thoughts rising and falling, gentle currents of feeling. You realize something. The sea isn't out there anymore. It's within you. Every heartbeat, a wave returning home. Every breath, a tide of peace. The ocean rests beneath your skin. Quiet, eternal. Deep below the waves, there's a stillness, a place where sound doesn't reach. It feels endless, but not empty. It feels full of quiet energy, soft light, and timeless calm. This is the heart of the ocean. It doesn't beat fast. It hums, slow, constant, loving. And when you listen closely, you hear it inside yourself. That same hum, that same steady rhythm. You are not just floating in the sea. You are the sea, boundless, gentle, infinite. The water has grown still now, flat as glass. You lean closer, and for the first time, you see your reflection clearly. But it's not the same face you remember. It's softer, kinder. There's peace behind the eyes, like waves that have learned how to rest. You realize, the ocean was never teaching you how to sail. It was teaching you how to surrender, to let go, to float, to trust the tide. You smile at your reflection. The sea smiles back. And in that quiet moment, everything, water, air, light, self, becomes one. You hear something now, a voice, soft and familiar. It's not the wind, not the sea. It's your own voice. It says nothing loud, nothing urgent, just a whisper. You can rest now. The sound spreads through you, fold, infinite. You feel your shoulders loosen, your breath deepen, your thoughts fade like stars before dawn. The ocean inside you grows silent, not gone, just peaceful, just still. The horizon fades. The sky and the ocean merge. One endless shade of silver blue. There's no edge now, no beginning, no end. You drift forward, but you're not moving. You're becoming. Every drop of water, every sound of air, every breath you did, all part of the same rhythm. You feel weightless, timeless, free. The sea doesn't speak anymore. It doesn't need to, because it has found its voice. Inside you, the story is over, but the calm remains, flowing quietly, gently, forever. You close your eyes again. The world fades. The light softens. Somewhere far below, the ocean sighs, slow, low, endless. It's not calling you. It's welcoming you back. You drift gently, weightless. Between waking and dreaming, the air cools. The sound of water wraps around you, soft as silk, quiet as breath. You don't fall asleep. You sink into it, like a pearl settling into sand. The sea opens its arms, and everything you were becomes quiet light. Low ambient hum, soft underwater reverb effect, faint bubbles. Down here, there is no sound of wind, no echo of the surface, only the lullaby of the deep. A hum so soft, it feels like memory itself. The water moves around you, like music. Each current a note, each ripple a whisper. It doesn't sing of sadness. It sings of stillness, of the peace that waits. Beneath every storm, you float in that music, your thoughts fading, like lanterns sinking into the sea. The world above no longer matters. Here, there is only calm, only light, only sleep. Slow ambient melody with oceanic reverb, deep resonance like heartbeat. Deep beneath the calm water, there is a hidden garden. You see it now, softly glowing, alive in colors you've never seen before. Coral like clouds, gentle fish like drifting petals, and a light that breathes. It doesn't shine, it glows from within. Everything here moves slowly, peacefully, as if time itself is asleep. You reach out your hand. The water moves around your fingers, like silk and memory. For the first time, you realize, this is not a dream. This is the part of you that dreams for you. When you sleep, ambient ocean layers plus faint chime sounds, dream-like tone. A sound echoes through the deep. Slow, fast. A whale's song, ancient and kind. It drifts through the water, wrapping around your soul like light through mist. The song doesn't speak words. It speaks in feelings, through journeys, of endless drifting. You can feel it vibrate through your bones. It hums of belonging, of home. You realize, this song isn't just from the whale. It's from the ocean itself, from every wave that ever loved the shore. And now, it's singing you to sleep. Deep resonant whale tone mixed with slow ambient bass hum. The song fades. The sea grows warmer. The current rises from below. Gentle, patient, pulling you deeper into peace. You let go. Completely. The current carries you. Through light and shadow. Through stillness and memory. It feels like time is pausing, waiting for you to rest. You drift into a space. Beyond sound, beyond shape, beyond thought. You are not sleeping. You are becoming dream itself. The sea holds you. The world breathes with you. And everything is perfectly still. Fading ocean hum, silence, faint heartbeat-like rhythm fading out to black. The ocean is silent now. Or so it seems. But beneath the quiet, something moves. Soft, ancient, kind. You hear it. Not with your ears, but with your heart. 1,000 tiny whispers, flowing like streams of light through the dark water. They speak gently, not words, but feelings. It feels like the sea is whispering your name, slowly, lovingly, like a mother calling her child home. You don't answer. You don't need to. The ocean already knows. You've come home. Faint layered whisper tones, soft underwater ambience, heartbeat echo, somewhere in the deep. Time slows. Seconds stretch into hours. Hours melt into nothing. The sea holds it all. Every moment you ever lived, every silence you ever needed. They drift around you like glowing shells, each one a memory, gentle and light. The voices of the deep hum softly through them, like lullabies from long ago. They tell you it's all right. You don't have to carry anything anymore. The tide has taken your worries, and the water has turned them to calm. You float, timeless, weightless, free. Soft resonant tones, faint echo of a choral hum, very slow tempo, a light appears. Not bright, not harsh, just warm, like sunlight seen through water. The voices gather around it, soft currents forming shapes of sound. They don't speak language. They speak peace. Breathe, they seem to say. Drift. Be. You watch as the light spreads, slow and golden, wrapping every shadow in forgiveness. The ocean glows now, and you glow with it. There's no difference anymore between your heartbeat and the seas. It's all one sound, the sound of rest. Gentle glowing soundscape, soft tone swells, minimal piano echo, the whispers rise again. But now they sound closer, softer, warmer. You realize they aren't the voices of the sea. They're the voices of every dream you've ever had. The ones you forgot. The ones that made you smile. The ones that carried you through dark nights. They drift around you now. Thousands of tiny echoes, forming a lullaby made of memories. Each one brushes your mind, like the tide touches the sand, leaving only peace behind. You don't try to remember. You just listen. And in listening, you sleep deeper. Soft reverb whispers, blended with faint ocean breeze tone. The ocean breathes. You breathe with it. The waves slow down. Softer now, slower than time. The current hums beneath you, like a gentle pulse beneath a dream. It's the heartbeat of the world, steady and kind. The whispers fade into that rhythm, one by one, until there's nothing left but calm. No thought, no sound, just pulse, just peace, just sleep. The sea closes its eyes, and you follow. Heartbeat fades out, long reverb tail silence. You are still drifting, not falling, not moving, just floating endlessly. The water holds you, soft, weightless, safe. The world above is gone. The sound of waves is now your breath. You don't know how long you've been here. Maybe hours, maybe lifetimes. But it doesn't matter. Time doesn't live here. Only calm does. You are a feather, a cloud, a ripple of moonlight drifting through the sea. And the ocean hums beneath you, a song without beginning and without end. Very soft ocean current ambience, low heartbeat rhythm, gentle wind hum. The deep turns silver. Not bright, just soft, like moonlight sleeping beneath the waves. All around you, small lights drift, floating in slow motion. They look like stars, fallen from the sky, resting in the ocean's arms. You move through them slowly, each one pulsing gently, like a dream remembering your name. They whisper faintly, sounds you can't quite hear, but you can feel. They say, float. So you do. You close your eyes again. The silver light folds around you. Warm, safe, infinite. Slow ambient tones plus soft shimmering sound, very spaced rhythm. Deep inside the water, memories move like tides. They rise, shimmer, and fade again. You see glimpses, not of your life, but of every life the sea has ever held. A drop of rain, a whale's call, a moon reflected on 1,000 nights. Every story flows through this ocean, and now, through you feel it. The quiet pulse of eternity. The sea remembers everything, but holds on to nothing. That's the secret of peace. You smile in your sleep, because now, you understand. Far above, the moon drifts across the sky. But here, beneath the surface, there is another moon, softer, slower, made of water and light. It glows gently in the deep, reflecting not the sky, but the soul. You float near it, and for a moment, you feel like it's looking back at you, not as a stranger, but as a friend. The moon speaks without words. It tells you to rest. The tide will carry you, even when you're not moving. You nod, eyes closed, the glow melting into your breath. Everything slows. The sea becomes glass. The light fades to a soft blue-gray, the color of forever. You float at the center of it all, neither rising nor sinking. The water holds you, motionless, like time itself has stopped to breathe. No sound, no current, just a stillness, deeper than sleep. You feel the universe exhale. You exhale with it. And in that single breath, everything becomes simple. You are not dreaming. You are the dream. And the sea keeps you, gently, forever, far away, beyond the endless blue. Something begins to change. A light, faint, soft, like a candle flickering beneath the waves. The sea feels it first, a warmth, slow and golden, drifting down from above. The darkness doesn't resist it. It just opens, like night opening its eyes to morning. The first rays touch your face. Tender, forgiving. You don't wake. You simply glow. The light has found you. Very soft sunrise tones, faint harp sound, slow water rhythm. The light grows stronger, wrapping around the waves like silk. Every ripple shines. Silver turning to gold, cold turning to warmth. You feel it inside you, like your heartbeat has found sunlight. It spreads through your chest, up through your breath, into your mind. Not to wake you, but to hold you in comfort. The ocean hums softly. It's time. Time to rise, not from sleep, but into peace. Soft cello notes with slow ambient shimmer. Through the calm waves, a new sound appears. The gentle rhythm of morning. Not birds yet, not wind, but the sound of light moving. The soft, like breath through silk. The voice of the sea changes too. What was once deep and distant, now feels closer, warmer. You've rested well. It whispers. You've drifted far. Now come back, slowly. You don't open your eyes yet. The morning is patient. It waits for you, like a mother waits for her child to stir. Gentle wind, faint birds far away, soft sea surface ambience. The tide begins to move again. Soft, rhythmic, like a slow heartbeat calling you home. The deep blue fades into pale gold. The sea carries you upward, not fast, not sudden, just peacefully. You can feel the light brushing your skin. Every breath feels warmer. Every sound feels closer. You're rising, not to leave the calm, but to carry it with you. The peace of the deep stays in your chest. The ocean's gift, the memory of stillness. Soft rhythmic waves, faint piano hum, morning air tone. You reach the surface. The world is quiet, not loud like day, but soft like the breath before sunrise. The sky glows pale pink and gold. The air smells of salt and light. You open your eyes slowly, not to sit, but to feel. The light touches your face, and for the first time, you realize you never left the sea. It lives in you now. Calm, deep, infinite. You breathe once more, long and slow, and the morning breathes with you. The sky is awake now. Soft rays spill across the horizon, painting the sea in gold. You breathe in slowly. The air feels warm, full of promise. Each breath feels lighter, as if the world itself is exhaling peace. The waves still move, gently, like a lullaby that doesn't want to end. You listen, and in that listening, you realize you've been part of this rhythm all along. The sea didn't just hold you, it became you. Soft shimmering ambient pad, gentle sea breeze, light flute hum. The world is bright now, yet your eyes remain half closed. Not out of sleep, but out of peace. You float between two worlds, one of dreams and one of day. The boundary between them feels thin, transparent like mist. You can hear the faint hum of waves below and the soft rustle of wind above. Both call to you, not to choose, but to simply be. You smile faintly. The dream isn't gone. It has only changed its form. The ocean is now in the sky. The sky is now within you. The surface of the sea sparkles, like thousands of tiny stars dancing in daylight. Each glimmer feels like a heartbeat, a reminder that you are alive. You lift your hands slowly. Watch the sunlight flow through your fingers. Warm, alive, forgiving. Every wave that passes carries a whisper. You are safe. You are loved. You are home. The water reflects not your face, but your calm. The calm you found in the deep now glows on the surface, quiet, radiant, real. Far away, the horizon stretches endlessly, a line where sky and sea meet in light. You watch it, not with longing, but with peace. It's a promise that everything ends and everything begins again. The waves will always rise. The sun will always return. You close your eyes, feeling the soft hum of the world around you. The ocean whispers once more, not from the deep, but from within your breath. Wherever you go, I am with you. The sun has fully risen now. The waves sparkle like liquid gold. You take one last deep breath, slow, steady, grateful. The peace of the ocean, the warmth of the light, the silence of the deep, all of it rests inside you now. You open your eyes, softly. The world feels new, yet familiar, as if you've been reborn in calm. The journey is over, but the stillness remains. The sea has given you its secret, the art of being quiet, even when you are awake. You smile, feeling the morning on your skin, and in the rhythm of your breath. The ocean still moves. The day is still new, but the sea is calm again. The waves move softly, not to wake, but to soothe. You stand at the edge of the water, feeling it brush against your feet. Cool. Alive. Each ripple that touches you feels like a heartbeat saying goodbye. The ocean doesn't take anything away. It only gives peace and leaves silence in return. You breathe out slowly as the tide pulls back, and you let go completely. The wind begins to speak again, not loudly, just enough to remind you that everything moves on. It carries a voice, not from the sea this time, but from within you. Thank you, it whispers, for listening, for resting, for being still. The words fade into the sound of the surf, and you realize the farewell isn't sad, like the end of a lullaby, a promise that peace will always return. When you remember to listen, the sky turns pale gold now. You sit beside the water, eyes half closed. The sea mirrors the sky, calm, endless, forgiving. You think of nothing. You remember everything. Every sound, every wave, every silence. They all move through. The memories drift away, not lost, but resting, like shells left on the sand, waiting for the next tide. The ocean hums softly, its voice fading into light. The water stops moving. The wind pauses. Everything becomes still. A silence deeper than sound, softer than thought. In that stillness, you feel a quiet joy, not excitement, not sadness. Just be simple, full, eternal. You realize you don't need the sea anymore, because it's already inside you. The calm you sought has become the calm you are. The light softens again. The horizon fades into mist. You take one last breath, slow, deep, endless. The sea exhales with you. The stillness, all merge into one. There are no more words, only calm, only the slow rhythm of peace. As you drift between silence and sleep, the ocean hums one final note, long, low, eternal. The journey is complete. You are home. The morning has come. The sea glows silver. The air hums with light. You open your eyes slowly. No rush, no noise, only calm. The world feels new, almost weightless. You take a long breath in and let it go. The ocean breathes with you, still, gentle life. There's no separation now between the sea and your soul. You are one calm tide, returning to the shore of life. The horizon stretches in front of you, glowing with warmth. You stand quietly, letting the sunlight wash over your skin. It doesn't blind, it heals. The warmth seeps through your chest, into your heart, melting away everything heavy. You smile, feeling the peace from your dreams, resting still inside your breath. The world hums softly, a melody of morning, slow, pure, infinite. You look at the sea again, and it looks back. The waves move slowly, like your own heartbeat made visible. You remember the deep, the stillness, the whispers, the peace. You realize now, it was never outside you. The ocean lives within you. Every breath, every calm thought, every gentle pause carries its rhythm. So even when you leave this place, the peace will follow. You close your eyes one last time, feeling the morning sun on your face. A quiet whisper rises in your mind. Thank you. Not to anyone, but to everything. To the sea that held you, to the light that found you, to the silence that healed you. Gratitude moves through you like a tide, soft and endless. The world breathes with you again, perfectly in rhythm, perfectly at peace. The sun has risen high now. The world shimmers in gold and calm. You take one final breath, deep, slow, full of light. You feel alive, rested. The journey through the deep has ended, but its calm remains with you. Wherever you go, the ocean goes with you. Whenever you close your eyes, it will return. Soft waves, endless peace, eternal rest. But you may rise, or you may drift once more. Both are peace. Both are home. The sea is quiet now. The air is still. You sit in silence, not alone, but surrounded by everything. A soft voice rises from the horizon, calm and clear. It doesn't ask. It doesn't demand. It simply says, "May your heart always rest like the tide. May your mind always drift like the clouds. May your sleep always come like the sea, slow, deep, endless." You let those words fall around you like soft rain. They soak into your breath, your thoughts, your dreams. The world holds its breath. Even the waves seem to listen. You feel the stillness settling over you, warm, heavy, gentle. It wraps around your shoulders, like a blanket made of light. You realize, peace is not something you find. It's something that finds you. When you finally stop searching, you stop, you rest, and in that pause, you become the calm. From far beneath, the old voice of the ocean returns. Slow, ancient, kind. It doesn't speak with words this time. It hums. Just a low, endless sound. The rhythm of sleep itself. You hear it echo inside your chest. The same pulse that carried you through the dark. It hums once, and you feel your breath slow. It hums again, and your body drifts deeper. The sound fades, but the feeling stays. Soft. There is no sea now. No sky. No time. Only drift. Only quiet. Only you. Floating through light and shadow. Dream and peace. You have no name here. You don't need one. You are simply stillness, resting in eternity's arms. The ocean's final whisper reaches you. Sleep, little soul. The world will wait. The light fades again, not into dark, but into peace. The world holds you one last time, like a mother holding her child. The waves stop. The wind rests. There is nothing left to do. Nothing to change. Nothing to think. Only this breath. And the next. And the soft echo of calm that will live within you forever. The ocean sighs one final time, then falls silent. You drift beyond sound, beyond time, into peace, into sleep, into forever. The night was cold, and the train had stopped long ago. You step down onto the old wooden platform. The air smells faintly of rain and rust. Above you, an ancient clock ticks slowly, its hands frozen at midnight. There's no one here, only the sound of the wind sliding through the empty station. You take a slow breath. The silence feels heavy, but not lonely. Somewhere far away, you think you hear the echo of another train, one that left long ago and never came back. You walk through the doors, the old glass creaking under your touch. Inside, the waiting hall is lit by a few golden lamps. Their glow soft and trembling. Benches line the walls, covered in dust, but still waiting, like they remember the weight of passengers long gone. A sign hangs from the ceiling, letters faded but still readable. Trains for everywhere, departing soon. You smile faintly. There are no trains now, only time and the quiet hum of memory. You step outside again, following the path toward the tracks. The moonlight spills across the rails, silver lines stretching into the fog. The air feels thicker here. You pause, listening, and then you hear it, the faint sound of a whistle, so far away you can't tell if it's real. A soft wind passes, carrying with it a voice, a whisper that sounds almost like your name. The metal of the tracks hums quietly, like they're remembering footsteps that once crossed them. You close your eyes, and for a moment, you can almost see it, the shape of a train glowing faintly in the mist. You find an old wooden door at the far end of the platform. It's slightly open. You push it gently, and it swings inward with a soft sigh. The room smells of oil and paper, A lantern burns low on the desk, and beside it lies a thick book, open to the last page. You step closer. The handwriting is small, careful, like someone writing quietly so as not to wake the night. It reads, "The last train departs when the dreamer arrives." You stare at the words for a long time, feeling something stir deep inside, like you've been here before, in another life, or another dream. The ground beneath you trembles, soft at first, then stronger. The lamps flicker. The rails begin to glow. You step back, eyes wide but calm. Out of the fog, a train slowly appears, silver, silent, and shining like it's made of moonlight. It stops in front of you. The doors open with a sigh. There's no driver, no passengers, only a soft voice from nowhere saying, "Welcome back." You take a deep breath. The air feels light. You step inside. The doors close quietly. The train begins to move, and as it disappears into the mist, the old station fades behind you until it's gone, and only the soft hum of motion remains. The train moves without a sound. No smoke, no rattle, no shaking, only the soft hum of stillness. You look around. The seats are covered in deep blue velvet, shining faintly under the dim golden lights above. The windows show nothing but fog, swirling softly like clouds in a dream. You place your hand on the glass. It's warm. For a moment, you see shadows moving outside, like faint memories passing by. You don't feel afraid. You only feel calm, as if the train knows exactly where you need to go. The fog outside begins to shift, forming shapes you can almost recognize. A small town, river, a place you once saw in a dream. The voice returns. Soft, low, familiar. "You've been here before," it says. "This journey is not new. You're only remembering." You close your eyes, leaning back in your seat. The train glides through the mist like it's floating on air. Time slows. Your heartbeat and the rhythm of the train become one. Everything feels slower, softer, quieter. You open your eyes again. The train looks different now. The lights glow with a golden mist, and soft music plays somewhere far away, like a lullaby carried on the wind. You walk through the aisle. Each window shows a different sky. Some blue, some filled with stars, some showing scenes from your own memories. You stop at one. It shows a beach, waves rolling in slowly under a pink sunset. You can almost smell the salt. The sound of the sea mixes with the sound of the train, blending into something that feels like peace itself. You notice someone sitting at the end of the carriage. A woman, quiet, still, dressed in white. Her eyes are closed, and her face looks calm, like she's dreaming of something gentle. You sit across from her, unsure what to say. After a moment, she whispers, "The train doesn't move through places, it moves through time." You blink, and she smiles faintly. "Every stop is a memory," she says. "Every passenger is a dream." You don't reply. You just listen. Her voice sounds like wind over water, soft, fading, infinite. You turn to the window beside you. The fog has cleared. Outside, the sky is full of stars, millions of them, swirling slowly like a river of light. The train moves through the stars now, gliding silently as if the night itself is carrying it. You press your forehead to the glass. The cold feels soothing. For the first time, you feel completely weightless. No worry, no noise, no yesterday. Just the sound of the stars whispering, and the hum of the train, guiding you deeper into your dream. Your eyelids grow heavy. The world fades into soft light, and everything becomes still. You open your eyes. The train is moving through a long tunnel. Walls of deep blue light shimmer softly outside the windows. The sound is almost gone. Just the steady, peaceful hum of movement. You can't tell how long you've been traveling. There is no sense of time here, only rhythm, only breathing. You rest your head against the seat. The walls outside pulse gently, like the tunnel itself is alive, glowing with the heartbeat of the train. You let the sound carry you, as if every breath is part of the journey. The train slows, and the lights flicker softly. When you open your eyes, you find yourself in a new carriage. This one lined entirely with mirrors. The reflections shimmer faintly, not showing your body, but moments. You see yourself as a child, running through the rain. You see faces, some you remember, some you only feel. They all smile gently, fading like mist. You realize the mirrors aren't showing the past. They're showing what your heart still holds. Plus, quiet things that never truly leave. You whisper, "Thank you," and the reflections nod, like they've been waiting to hear that. The train slows again. Outside, a small station appears, hidden in fog and starlight. The sign reads, "Somnia, the station of rest." The doors open, and warm air drifts in. You step outside, feeling soft ground beneath your feet. Not stone, not wood, something like a cloud. The platform glows faintly, and distant bells ring, slow and gentle, as if calling someone home. But there is no one else here. Only you. Only peace. From the far end of the platform, the figure appears, tall, wearing a long coat, face hidden beneath a wide hat. He walks slowly toward you, his steps barely making a sound. When he speaks, his voice is calm, deep, kind. "You've come far," he says. "Most people never reach this stop." You nod, though you don't know what he means. "This train," he continues, "takes passengers only once. It travels not through distance, but through the spaces inside you." His eyes meet yours, soft, glowing faintly. "You're almost home," he whispers. Then he turns and slowly fades into the fog. You stand alone again. The stars above seem closer now, as if they're leaning down to listen. The train waits beside you, its windows glowing softly, like eyes half asleep. You hear the sea somewhere in the distance, even though there's no ocean here. The air is warm, full of quiet sounds, like someone humming a lullaby far away. You close your eyes, and in that moment, you realize the journey isn't about finding a place. It's about remembering the peace you already carry inside. The train gives a low sigh, the sound like a long, slow breath. And as it begins to move again, you feel your body grow lighter, your thoughts softer, your heart completely still. The train moves again, slowly, smooth, through clouds that shine like liquid moonlight. Outside the window, stars melt into fog, and fog turns into rivers of silver. You feel weightless, as if you're floating between worlds. The seats around you are empty now, but somehow, you don't feel alone. The sound of the train is steady, like a slow heartbeat. You close your eyes for a moment, letting the rhythm pull you deeper, deeper into stillness. Every breath feels softer, every thought lighter, until even time begins to fade. When you open your eyes again, the train is gliding across a long, shining bridge. Beneath it, not water, but light. Waves of golden glow ripple below, like memories floating on a quiet sea. You look closer, and you can see faces, people you've known, moments you've loved, smiles you thought you'd forgotten. They wave gently, not to call you back, but to say goodbye. You place your hand against the window, whispering softly, "Thank you for everything." And as you say it, the bridge shines brighter, carrying you safely across. The bridge ends. In the distance, a soft golden glow begins to form, like a sunrise that never burns, only warms. The train slows. Outside the window, you see tall towers made of light, floating above a sea of clouds. This is the city of dreams, full of peace. Every window glows, every sound is gentle. As the train stops, you hear a whisper over the speakers. "Final stop, rest." You take a deep breath. The air smells of rain and jasmine. You step out slowly, and your feet touch soft ground, warm, almost alive. The city hums softly, as if it's breathing with you. You walk through the city, following a path made of silver stones. It leads to a garden, wide and calm, glowing with tiny floating lights. There's no wind, yet the air feels like a lullaby. You sit by a small pond. The water is perfectly still, reflecting the stars above and below. When you touch the surface, ripples spread, and each ripple hums with sound, like a note in a soft song. The world feels far away now, but not lost. You realize you're exactly where you need to be. Quiet. The sky above begins to change. The stars slow. The clouds drift apart. A pale golden light spreads across the horizon. The city fades softly, as if it's folding back into your mind. The sound of the train hums faintly in the distance, calling you one last time. You lie back on the grass, eyes half closed. The air is warm against your skin, and your breath falls into perfect rhythm with the quiet world around you. Everything grows slower. The light above you pulses gently, and then stills. You feel yourself drifting, floating between wakefulness and dream. No fear, no thought, only peace. The world whispers softly, "Sleep now, the journey is done." And as you breathe out, the light fades into darkness. Come, deep stillness. The train, the city, the world, all dissolve into silence. And you finally rest. Everything is quiet. The air feels lighter, softer, almost like you're floating in it. You can't tell if you're standing or lying down, but you feel held, weightless. The city of dreams has faded away. Around you, there's only a soft glow. Not light, not darkness, just calm. A voice you don't recognize whispers, "You're home now." You breathe in. The air feels like peace. You breathe out. The world exhales with you. The journey isn't outside anymore. It's within you. You find yourself in a quiet room. There's no door, no ceiling, only a warm golden haze floating around you. In the center, a small table. On it, a single candle and a journal, its pages fluttering softly even though there's no wind. You walk closer. The candle's flame sways gently as you touch the book. The pages turn on their own, showing words you once thought, feelings you once buried, moments you once lived. You smile. There's no sadness, only understanding. You whisper, "Everything was meant to be." The candlelight flickers, like it's nodding in agreement. The room fades. You're walking again, across a small bridge made of mist and air. Beneath it flows nothing but silence. Each step feels slower, softer. The bridge hums faintly, matching your breathing. You realize something. Every step you take, the bridge grows stronger. It's built not from stone or steel, but from calm. The more peaceful you feel, the brighter the path becomes. And so you breathe, and out, until even the bridge fades, leaving only the rhythm of your breath and the sound of stillness. Then, a lake appears, perfectly round, perfectly still. The surface looks like glass, reflecting not your face, but your heart. You kneel beside it, looking deeper. You see light swirling within the reflection. Slow, golden waves, pulsing with each breath you take. The lake whispers softly, "You have traveled far enough. You may rest." You dip your fingers into the water. It feels warm, almost alive. The ripples spread outward, and each ripple carries away a thought, a worry, a noise. You watch until your reflection disappears, replaced only by calm light. From the edge of the lake, you see a door, tall, glowing faintly, standing alone in the mist. You walk toward it slowly, your steps soundless. The closer you get, the warmer the air feels, like a blanket being wrapped around you. You reach out and touch the door. It opens silently. On the other side, nothing but darkness. But this darkness feels soft, infinite. You take a deep breath. One last whisper floats through the air. When you pass through, you'll finally rest. You step forward. The world behind you fades. Your thoughts grow quiet. The air slows. Your heartbeat slows. And you fall, not down, but inward, into sleep. Deep, gentle, endless sleep. You awaken softly, but it isn't waking as you know it. You're floating now, drifting upon an ocean made not of water, but of light. The waves shimmer in gold, touching your hands, brushing against your face, breathing with you. There is no horizon, only an endless sea of glowing calm. You close your eyes again. Your body floats, your thoughts dissolve. Every wave whispers softly, Go deeper. And you drift. Slower, quieter, falling into the stillness beneath dreams. Slowly, you feel yourself arriving somewhere. A small island, covered in silver trees whose leaves shimmer with tiny lights. Each light hangs softly, as though stars came down to rest. The air smells faintly of rain and old memories. You begin to walk. Around you, voices whisper gently. You are not tired, you are resting. Their tone is soothing, like the sound of waves breathing near your ear. The whispers don't haunt you, they hold you. You realize this place isn't real. It's peace made visible. The island breathes with you. Every step you take is softer than the one before. At the heart of the island, see a temple floating weightlessly in the air. Its walls are made of light, and inside, a faint melody hums, a lullaby sung by distant stars. As you approach, the door opens on its own. Inside, no statues, no words, only waves of light rising slowly from the floor. You step in, and a voice, gentle, ancient, whispers, "You are completely calm." The air glows around you, wrapping softly around your body. You breathe in, and feel your weight melt away. You are becoming part of the light itself. When you open your eyes again, you're standing in a room, but it has no walls, no ceiling, no floor. All around you stretches a sea of white light, endless, tender. Beneath your feet, the ground feels soft, like standing on a living cloud. The only sound is your heartbeat, slow, steady, peaceful. You stand there for a long time, breathing in the quiet. You can feel your mind loosening, every thought becoming lighter, every moment stretching wider. The light begins to swirl around you, slow and graceful, wrapping you in its glow, like a blanket of air. And every worry disappears, dissolving like mist. Now, there is nothing. No sky, no ground, no direction, only warmth. A soft, living warmth holding you close. Somewhere, a voice speaks, not from outside, but from within. You've come so far, now rest. Your body, your mind, your spirit, they all begin to melt into one quiet rhythm. Time stops. Thoughts fade. Only peace remains. The whole world seems to hush, as if it's holding its breath, letting you drift into sleep. You float, until even the whisper fades. And then, alas, you fall asleep. You awaken to a glow that isn't light. It feels more like awareness itself. There's no sound, only a low hum, like the heartbeat of the universe. Around you, space curves gently, folding in endless loops of soft color. Gold, silver, blue, all blending like clouds at dawn. You take a step forward, though there is no ground beneath you. Each step ripples through the air, and every ripple echoes with peace. You realize you're standing on the border between dream and eternity. The voice returns, quieter now. You don't have to move anymore. Just be. You close your eyes. The hum grows softer, and everything begins to melt into stillness. You open your eyes again, and find yourself standing in a vast, silver garden. The ground glows faintly beneath your feet, soft as moonlight on water. Every tree shimmers, their branches dripping with starlight instead of leaves. In the air floats the gentle sound of wind, not blowing, but breathing. You walk slowly through the garden, and every step releases tiny glows that drift upward, like wishes rising to the sky. At the center of the garden, there's a single bed made of light. You walk to it, sit down, and the bed hums quietly, as if welcoming you home. You lie down, and the stars lean closer, watching over you in silence. A soft shimmer forms before you, a mirror made of moonlight. When you look inside, you don't see your reflection. You see your journey, the train, the mist, the city of dreams, the bridge of memory, all floating like gentle waves of light. You realize something. None of it was separate. The train was your heartbeat, the mist was your breath, and the city, your mind finding peace. The mirror ripples, and the images dissolve slowly, until all that remains is light. The voice whispers again. Everything you sought was already within you. You smile softly, and the mirror fades into the air. You lift your gaze, and the sky begins to move. The stars shimmer in rhythm, forming waves of light that hum together, as though the night itself is singing. The sound is unlike anything you've ever heard. Not music, but a language of peace. Each note tells a story, of forgiveness, of letting go. The song fills the air around you, vibrating softly through your chest, syncing perfectly with your heartbeat. You feel lighter, small, and infinite all at once. You whisper, "I am part of this." The stars answer, not in words, but in light, wrapping around you like a lullaby. Slowly, everything begins to fade. The garden, the sky, the light. You're floating again, surrounded by warmth and silence. The voice comes one last time, softer than ever. Your journey is complete. Sleep now. You take a deep breath and feel your body sink deeper into comfort. The last traces of the dream dissolve. Like morning mist under sunlight, you are no longer dreaming of peace. You are peace. Your breathing slows, your thoughts stop, and the world holds its breath with you. And then, silence. Only sleep. Deep, pure, eternal sleep. You open your eyes, and you're floating again. But now, not in water or air. You're drifting through an ocean of stars. Each star hums softly as you pass, glowing in rhythm with your breath. The space around you feels alive, breathing, pulsing, shimmering with silver light. You reach your hand out, and tiny sparks dance around your fingers, like warm snow made of starlight. A voice whispers gently, "This is the space between every thought, the silence that holds everything together." You float silently, surrounded by eternity, and realize, this silence is what peace truly sounds like. Far in the distance, a faint glowing path forms among the stars, winding softly like a ribbon of light. You start walking, though your feet barely touch anything solid. Each step leaves a trail of small golden sparks, spreading out behind you, fading slowly into infinity. You walk and walk, with no sense of time, only the steady hum of the cosmos around you. You feel no weight, no direction, only an endless unfolding of calm. Then, a soft realization enters your mind. You are not moving through the stars. The stars are moving through you. You close your eyes, and let the universe carry you forward. The path fades, and now, you stand in a space made of pure brightness. It's not blinding, it's gentle, like sunlight filtered through memory. You look down at yourself, and realize your body is glowing. The light isn't coming from around you, it's coming from within. You can see your own heart pulsing softly, radiating waves of golden light that spread through the emptiness. Every beat says the same thing. I am here. I am peace. You breathe slowly, in and out, and each breath expands that glow, filling the space, until the whole universe shines with your heartbeat. You hear it now, not outside, but deep within your chest. A voice, vast, calm, endless, whispering in every language at once, yet needing no words. The sound isn't loud, it's soft, like the hum of existence itself. It says, "You were never lost. You were always part of this." You feel warmth rising from deep inside, flowing upward like light through water. It moves through your chest, your throat, until you are glowing like the stars themselves. The voice fades into the rhythm of your breathing, until your breath is the voice. And for a long moment, there is only that sound. Slowly, the stars begin to drift apart. You feel yourself expanding, wider, lighter, thinless. You are no longer a figure, no longer even a thought. You are the sky, vast and open, holding everything in silence. The stars twinkle inside you now, like tiny memories of peace. The universe breathes through you, calm, steady, eternal. And somewhere, in that infinite stillness, the voice returns one last time. Sleep, dreamer. You have become the dream. The world fades into quiet light. Nothing moves. Nothing ends. Only peace remains, forever. You awaken, though there is no waking anymore. You are floating in a vast golden cradle, suspended in the middle of nothingness. Around you, waves of color move slowly: deep blue, soft violet, fading gold. Each color hums like the low breath of eternity. You realize that time itself has fallen asleep here. Seconds, minutes, days, they no longer exist. Everything is one endless moment of stillness. You feel that gentle cradle swaying, like the heartbeat of the universe rocking you to rest. The voice returns, faint, warm. You are safe inside forever. You exhale softly, and the cradle hums back in rhythm, holding you between silence and light. The silence begins to shimmer. From far away, you hear soft tones, like the first notes of a song being born. The sound grows slowly, not louder, but deeper, filling the endless space with harmony. It isn't made of instruments or voices. It's made of light. Each star begins to sing, each glow a quiet hum of existence. Together they form a celestial choir, not performing, but breathing. Their song tells no story. It is the story of beginnings, of endings, of eternal calm. You listen and feel your body dissolve into the sound. The music and your heartbeat become one, until you can't tell where the song ends. And you begin. The choir fades, leaving behind a soft golden silence. You find yourself surrounded by fragments of light, like tiny pieces of memory floating in the air. Each one glows briefly as it passes by, and when you touch it, you see a moment, a voice, a sunrise you once watched. They don't feel distant or lost. They feel fulfilled. You realize these are not memories. They're parts of your light, returning home. The pieces drift closer, merging gently with your chest, until you shine softly again. Eternal. You open your eyes, and you're standing in a boundless field, glowing silver grass swaying in slow motion. The horizon stretches endlessly in every direction. The sky is not blue, not black. It's pure peace, shaped into color. There's no wind, no sound, only the gentle pulse of existence itself. You start walking, and every step leaves behind a soft echo of light. With each breath, the field grows brighter, until everything around you glows like a living dream. You lie down in the silver grass, looking up at the endless sky, and whisper, "I am home." The grass hums softly beneath you, rocking you into stillness. Once more the field begins to fade. You feel something pulsing beneath you, slow, deep, steady. It's not your heartbeat. It's the heartbeat of the universe. The rhythm expands through the ground, through your body, through everything that exists. Each pulse feels like a breath, calm, patient, infinite. The stars respond, glowing softly with each beat. You realize that this is what connects all things: life, light, sleep, peace. You whisper, "I am the heartbeat too." And for the first time, you don't just feel peace, you become it. There is no separation now, no dreamer and no dream, only the endless, quiet pulse of love that holds everything together. The heartbeat slows forward until it becomes silence again. Eternal silence, eternal rest. You open your eyes, or perhaps your spirit opens them. All around you is soft, glowing mist, white, silver, and golden light, flowing in waves, like silk drifting underwater. You take a step forward, and each step sends ripples through the light, as if you are walking on calm water. You reach out your hand, and your fingers pass through the glow. It feels warm, alive, like gentle sunlight made of love. The light hums quietly, whispering without words. You have crossed the edge of time. You breathe slowly, and realize the light isn't around you anymore. It's within you, moving through your veins like music. You close your eyes, and let it carry you away. Slowly the mist parts, revealing a mirror floating in the air, vast and still as a lake. You walk closer and look in, but what you see isn't your face. You see galaxies spinning, worlds forming and fading, stars being born in the silence. Each spark of light flickers like a heartbeat, and then you understand, the reflection isn't showing you. It's showing everything you've ever been. Every joy, every tear, every life, all flowing together in this quiet infinity. The mirror trembles softly, and you whisper, "I forgive you." The glass ripples, and your reflection smiles. Calm, peaceful, free. The mirror fades into golden mist. Ahead of you, a bridge appears, made of soft, glowing clouds. It stretches into the distance, disappearing into a horizon of endless light. As you walk, the sound of your footsteps blends with the hum of the stars. You feel lighter, as if every step releases something heavy, every worry, every thought, gently dissolving behind you. Halfway across, you pause. There's no fear, no past, no future, only a deep, still presence that feels like love itself watching over you. The wind, if you can call it that, whispers, "Walk until you are light." You keep walking, and slowly, your feet no longer touch the bridge. The bridge fades, and now you're floating again, surrounded by countless stars, closer than ever before. Each one pulses softly, as if breathing in sync with your heart. You reach out, and one star drifts toward you, resting gently in your palm. It glows warm and alive. Inside you see tiny images, oceans, mountains, faces, skies. It's a memory of a world, one that loved you once, one you've now returned to in light. The star dissolves into your skin, and the warmth spreads through you, a final gift from the universe. The other stars follow, one by one, until you shine like the cosmos itself. You whisper softly, "I am everything." The stars fade. There is no sky, no space, no time, only gentle light, pulsing in rhythm with your breath. You are no longer a traveler. You are the dream, the silence, the heartbeat of creation itself. You feel no need to move, no need to think, because everything is already whole. The voice returns one final time. Soft, loving us. You have found your way home. The light folds around you like a blanket, warm, infinite, eternal. You sink deeper, weightless, peaceful. The world disappears. Only stillness remains. And in that stillness, you fall into the purest, most beautiful sleep the universe has ever known. Crescent moon ZZZ. The silence shifts, not breaking but breathing. Somewhere, faintly, a sound appears, a soft ripple like morning wind across water. You open your eyes, though you never truly close them. The light around you has changed, no longer endless white, but golden, like the first hint of sunrise. You sense movement, not outside but inside the light itself. It hums softly and whispers a single phrase, "Wake slowly." You breathe in. The air tastes like calm rain and memory. The dawn is not coming to you, it's coming from you. Every breath you take paints color into the horizon. You find yourself standing on soft, glowing ground. Gentle ripples shimmer under your feet. Around you lies a vast garden, filled with silver trees and pools of quiet water. The leaves don't move, yet they seem to sing, a low, wordless melody that feels like peace itself. You walk toward a pool, and kneel beside it. The water is perfectly still, so clear it reflects not your face, but your essence. A calm, radiant figure, light flowing softly where form used to be. You dip your hand into the pool, and instead of ripples, waves of warmth spread outward, carrying whispers across the garden. Rest here a while, the universe is breathing with you. You close your eyes and feel that truth settle deep within. A gentle wind begins to move through the garden. Not cold, not strong, just present. It carries with it faint voices, laughter, kindness, forgotten lullabies. They drift past you like fragments of another world. One you once walked, one that shaped your journey here. The wind circles you softly, wrapping you in warmth, like an invisible embrace. You realize, these are the memories of every life you've ever touched. Every kindness, every smile, every gentle moment of love. None of them were lost. They became the wind itself, carrying you through time to this place of peace. The breeze fades slowly, leaving you calm, glowing. From the far edge of the garden, a quiet river appears, glowing softly, flowing without sound. You walk toward it, drawn by something deeper than curiosity, an ancient knowing. The river isn't water. Slight, moving gently, like a heartbeat made visible. You kneel and touch it. The moment your fingers meet the current, you feel everything: the pulse of stars, the breath of trees, the song of every soul that ever lived. The river speaks in silence. All journeys return to peace. You step into the current, and it holds you tenderly, carrying you not away, but inward. You float, weightless, through light and memory, through love and stillness, deeper and deeper, into home. The river slows, and before you rises a soft archway, woven from threads of silver light. It shimmers like moonlight through mist. Beyond it lies nothing visible, only calm, infinite calm. You know this is the final gate, not an ending, but a beginning made of silence. You breathe in once more, and the air tastes like peace. As you step through, the light folds around you like soft fabric, erasing edges, dissolving every sound. You hear one last whisper, your own voice, gentle and infinite. I am rest. I am light. I am home. The world fades into a dream of golden sleep. You drift endlessly, carried by the rhythm of stars, safe inside forever. Crescent moon ZZZ. You are floating again, though this time there is no space around you. Only golden mist, endless and soft, wrapping around you like the breath of a sleeping god. There's no sound, only the faint rhythm of something vast and slow, pulsing quietly, like the universe exhaling. You move without moving, drifting gently, as though the light itself is carrying you. Each moment fades into the next, blurring softly, until even time forgets to exist. You think, or maybe remember, this is what forever feels like. The mist glows brighter with your thought, and you drift deeper, surrendering completely. The golden mist thins, and slowly, vast shapes appear in the distance. You're in a great hall made of light and shadow, its walls breathing softly, alive with whispers. The air hums with faint voices, echoes of everything that has ever been spoken. Every laugh, every cry, every word of love that ever existed floats here, shimmering like golden dust. You walk among them, and each echo brushes against you gently, leaving warmth in your chest. You hear a soft sound, your own voice, whispering something you once said long ago. It's okay to rest now. You smile, and the echo fades into silence, returning to the sea of light. Beyond the hall, a door of light opens, and you step through into an open expanse. A quiet field stretches forever, covered in faintly glowing stars, fallen gently like petals on soft ground. You walk among them slowly, and as you do, each star flickers awake, a memory lighting up one last time. You kneel beside one. Inside it, you see a moment of your life, laughter with someone you loved, the feeling of rain, the hush of night before sleep. You touch it, and instead of vanishing, it melts into your hand, becoming part of your light. One by one, the stars dissolve into you, until the whole field glows with your heartbeat. The voice of the stars whispers, "Nothing is ever lost. Everything rests within you." The field fades into brightness, and suddenly, you are standing on the shore of an infinite ocean. But it's not made of water, it's pure light, moving like liquid peace. The waves glow silver and blue, each one rolling softly, singing a tone so low, it feels more like a vibration inside your soul. You step forward, and the light embraces your feet, cool, warm, alive all at once. The surface ripples, reflecting no stars, because you are now the only light that exists. You wade deeper, up to your knees, until finally, you let yourself sink. The light welcomes you, folding around you like a warm dream. You breathe it in, and every breath fills you with stillness. There is no need to rise again. Deep beneath the ocean of light, you find yourself resting on something vast. The soft pulse, rhythmic and calm. You realize, it's the heart of the dream itself. Each beat sends waves of warmth through the water, through your body, through everything that exists. You place your hand on it, and it beats in time with you. The two rhythms merge, yours and the universe's, no longer separate, no longer two. You whisper, "I am the dream and the dreamer." The ocean hums softly, and the light around you pulses one last time. So, forward, until everything becomes perfectly still. No sound, no thought, only endless, peaceful sleep. You've become the quiet heart of existence, beating forever, in the calm between stars. Milky Way sees slowly, gently, you begin to rise. The ocean of quiet light that held you for so long ripples softly, glowing with warm golden waves. You're not leaving it, it's lifting you upward, carrying you toward a faint horizon of silver dawn. Your body feels lighter than breath, your thoughts quieter than wind. You realize, you are not waking from a dream, you are waking within it. The light around you hums, whispering in a voice softer than memory. You are becoming. You close your eyes, and feel your heartbeat synchronize with that endless hum. The first heartbeat of new existence. The light folds around you, shaping itself into a soft cocoon, warm, weightless, silent. Inside, time feels slower than sleep. You can feel energy moving through you, not like electricity, but like waves of calm that breathe. Each pulse brings memories, moments from countless lives, faces you once loved, voices that guided you through darkness. They don't speak now. They glow quietly inside you, becoming part of your new form. You can feel yourself changing, not into something else, but into everything. You whisper softly, "I am light learning to rest." The cocoon brightens, and you fall into another layer of sleep, one that feels like creation dreaming of itself. When the cocoon fades, you open your eyes and find yourself standing in a new sky. It's not dark, not bright. It's alive, painted with gentle colors you've never seen before. Around you float small suns, each the size of your hand, glowing softly like fireflies in slow motion. They drift through the air, blooming like flowers made of dawn. You walk among them, and every step you take plants another sun in the ground, a small star, pulsing in rhythm with your heart. The air tastes like light rain and warmth. You realize you're not just walking through a garden, you're creating one. Each breath you take gives birth to another sun. The voice of the cosmos whispers, "All that you love becomes light." A shimmering river flows across the garden, made not of water, but of glowing silver dust. You kneel beside it, feeling a gentle pull, not outward but inward. The river hums quietly, echoing the rhythm of your heart. You cup your hands, lift a handful of glowing dust, and pour it over your head. It falls like warm rain, dissolving into your skin, washing away the last shadows of memory. For a moment, you see everything, all your lives, all your dreams, every night you ever closed your eyes and wished for peace. The river whispers, "You are clean. You are whole." Just a smile that feels like sunrise. As the river fades behind you, the sky ahead begins to open, wide, endless, glowing with soft gold and silver hues. A new horizon appears, not far but everywhere. You walk slowly toward it, each step lighter than breath, each moment unfolding like a petal of time. The world ahead hums with potential, waiting for your touch, your thought, your peace. You realize, this isn't the end of your journey. It's the beginning of another dream, one you will create gently, out of light, memory, and love. You pause at the edge of infinity, take a deep breath, and whisper, "Let there be rest." The horizon answers with silence, the kind that feels alive. You step forward, and the dream begins again. The horizon glows softly ahead of you. You take a deep breath, slow, continuous. And with that breath, the sky responds. Clouds bloom like petals, waves of light ripple through the air, and a faint melody hums from nowhere, or maybe from your heart. You realize, every exhale shapes the world. Every gentle thought becomes color. Every memory becomes form. You breathe again, and mountains rise in the distance, glowing softly like golden silhouettes. You breathe once more, and a calm sea appears, waves folding over each other like silk. You are no longer dreaming of peace. You are dreaming peace into being. In the valley below the glowing hills, you see a great lake, still, endless, shining like liquid glass. You walk toward it slowly, the sound of your footsteps, soft as a sigh. When you reach the edge, you kneel and look down. The surface reflects not your face, but hundreds of selves. Each reflection shows you, in a different dream, a different time, a different way of being. One is laughing, one is meditating, one is holding the night sky in their hands. You touch the water, and the reflections merge, blending into one image of light. The voice of the lake murmurs, "All of you are one. All of you are love." You smile as the water ripples into stillness once again. Above you, the stars begin to drift closer, gently descending, like dandelions in slow motion. They fall to the ground and bloom into glowing flowers. Silver stems, radiant petals, soft light glowing with every breath of wind. You walk through the field of starflowers, and each one hums a quiet note. Together they form a song, not of words, but of feeling. It's the song of everything living, everything dreaming. You raise your hand, and the stars above answer, drifting lower, joining the flowers in a dance of light. You whisper, "May every heart rest as I do now." The whole garden glows brighter, until the air feels like a lullaby. You keep walking, and soon a soft bridge appears, woven from threads of gold and moonlight. It stretches across the sky, connecting two horizons. As you step onto it, the bridge hums gently beneath your feet. Every step sends waves of sound outward, like ripples of a quiet song. The air vibrates with harmony, deep and soothing. You close your eyes as you walk, not needing sight anymore. Each note the bridge sings is a promise of safety, of unending stillness. Halfway across, you pause and look down. Below, endless stars shimmer, mirroring your every move. You smile softly. Even silence remembers me. At the end of the bridge, a faint glow begins to form, slowly taking shape, as a throne made of light. It's not grand, not heavy. It feels alive, breathing softly. You approach, feeling no fear, no pride, only calm understanding. You sit down, and instantly, the stars around you brighten. The garden, the bridge, the sky, all pulse in rhythm with your heart. You realize what this is, not a throne of power, but of peace. You have become the dream's guardian, the center of calm that never ends. The voice returns, gentle and infinite. Rest now, creator of light. The universe will sleep with you. You close your eyes, and the stars bow in silence. Everything is quiet now. The stars hang still in the distance, not twinkling, just breathing softly. You feel yourself floating among them, your body weightless, your mind calm like untouched water. There is no up, no down, just infinite calm spreading everywhere. The universe hums, a slow, deep sound that feels like comfort itself. You realize that you no longer exist as a separate being. You are the hum. You are the stillness. The stars drift closer, not to surround you, but to become part of you. And in that silence, you hear something softer than sound. Welcome home. A gentle breeze, though there's no air here, moves through the endless quiet, carries faint whispers, memories of all the lives you've lived, all the dreams you've dreamed. You see glimpses, the old train station, the sleeping sea, the cocoon of light. Each memory floats by like a glowing feather, soft, harmless, content to drift away. You realize that time itself is only memory. And now, even memory begins to rest. One by one, each moment folds into light, until all that's left is warmth. A warmth that feels like forgiveness, for everything, forever. You begin to drift again, this time through a current made of stars. They move slowly, flowing like golden dust through a gentle tide. You let go completely, and the current carries you. Around you, Galaxies twist like slow whirlpools, glowing in silence. You can feel their pull, not as gravity, but as belonging. Every star that passes whispers your name, not to call you, but to remind you that you've always been here. You close your eyes, and the current rocks you like a cradle. The universe hums your lullaby, soft, endless, eternal. The current slows. You find yourself in a vast, open space, where there is no light, no shadow, only awareness. And in that awareness, a song begins. It doesn't have a melody or words. It's made of pure feeling. You feel it rise from your heart, echoing through the emptiness. Every emotion you've ever known, love, sadness, hope, peace, blends into this one quiet song. It fills the infinite space around you, turning stillness into beauty. The song fades, not because it ends, but because you become it. You are now the music of calm itself. Ahead, far beyond the quiet, a door begins to appear. It's not made of wood or stone. It's pure light, glowing softly, invitingly. You move toward it, not walking, just drifting closer, guided by something kind and infinite. As you approach, you can feel warmth radiating from the door, the warmth of home. You reach out your hand, your fingers dissolving into light as they touch it. The door opens slowly, no sound, just stillness expanding. On the other side, you see nothing but soft white, the promise of new beginnings, and rest that never ends. A final whisper echoes through your mind. You've come far enough. Now just sleep. You step through, and the dream exhales one last time. The light surrounds you completely now. It's warm but not bright, soft like dawn filtered through morning fog. As your eyes adjust, you begin to see shapes forming, wide, endless fields of silver grass, waving gently in a silent breeze. Each blade of grass glows faintly, and as the wind moves through them, they sing, not with voices, but with pure peace. You lie down among them, feeling the softness cradle your body. There's no sense of time here, only rest. The earth hums beneath you, as if the universe itself is breathing slowly, keeping you safe inside its heartbeat. You close your eyes. Every muscle, every thought, melts into the field's quiet rhythm. You are no longer in the dream. The dream is in you. The breeze drifts gently through the silver grass, carrying faint whispers. They sound like forgotten voices, but they're not calling, they're comforting. Each whisper says something soft, something you can almost understand. Rest now. You've done enough. You are home. The wind feels alive, like a guardian that's been waiting forever. You open your hands, and the breeze wraps around your fingers, sliding through them like silk. For the first time, you realize you don't need to move again. There's nowhere left to go. The journey has always been leading here, to this breath, this stillness, this quiet beyond all sound. You inhale deeply, the air glowing softly as it fills your lungs. Peace moves through you, and everything finally feels complete. The sky above begins to fade, not into darkness, but into deep, luminous space. Stars begin to form, not far away, but inside you. You can feel them, tiny points of light, pulsing gently with your heartbeat. You look down at your hands. They're made of starlight now. Every breath releases a faint glow, floating upward like drifting fireflies. You realize the truth. The stars were never outside. You carried them all along. Every dream you ever had, every moment you ever loved, has become light within you. You smile, and the whole sky smiles back. The universe is not something you live in, it's something you are. The silence deepens, and then a voice. It's not male, not female, not even separate from you. It's the voice of forever. It says softly, "You are complete. You are infinite. You are love resting within itself." The words don't echo. They dissolve into your being, becoming truth rather than sound. You let them settle in your heart, warm and weightless. Every cell in your body hums with that truth. There's nothing left to understand, nothing left to do, just the quiet joy of existing as peace itself. The voice fades, but its warmth remains, forever humming in your breath. You lie back once more, your head resting on the silver grass. The stars above shimmer gently, as if watching over you. Your breathing slows, each inhale softer, each exhale longer. The world fades to a gentle blur of light and warmth. Thoughts drift away, replaced by something wordless, a deep, tender knowing that all is well. You feel the universe close its eyes with you. Every star, every atom, every dream, falling asleep together. And as the final light dims, one last whisper fills the air. Sleep now, forever and free. Silence. You have become the dream itself. Milky Way ZZZ, you drift gently through an ocean made of pure glow. There's no horizon here, no above or below, only slow waves of golden light that rise and fall like the rhythm of breath. You float easily, the warmth holding you as if you've always belonged. The water hums, a low, loving sound. You realize this sea isn't outside you. It's made from every peaceful moment you've ever allowed yourself to feel. Every time you forgave, every time you let go, every quiet second you ever rested, they've all become the sea. You whisper softly, "I am home." The sea answers with light. Deep inside your chest, a soft pulse begins, slow, steady, eternal. It's not just a heartbeat. It's the rhythm of the universe remembering itself. Each beat sends waves through the sea around you, turning everything golden for a moment, then calm again. You place your hand over your heart. It feels endless. The sound it makes isn't a thump. It's a melody, a quiet song that says, "You are loved. You are safe." With every pulse, you feel smaller, lighter, as though you're dissolving into the heartbeat itself. And that's all right, because here, disappearing means becoming everything. Around you, the stars begin to flicker, not dying but resting. One by one, their light softens, folding inward like closing eyes. The sky dims into a peaceful gray, filled with slow drifting sparkles, remnants of dreams still glowing faintly. You understand? Even stars need to rest. Even creation pauses to breathe. You close your eyes with them, feeling your own light dim, but not disappear. You are part of that rhythm, the eternal inhale and exhale of the cosmos. The stars whisper as they fade. Sleep, dreamer. We'll wake again together. Time no longer exists here. There's only warmth and a slow, expanding glow. You feel yourself unfolding, like morning mist turning into sunlight. There's no edge, no boundary, just quiet expansion, as if your soul is spreading across infinity. You see faint shapes, distant dreams forming in new worlds, tiny lights blooming far away. And somehow, they are part of you. You're still dreaming, but now your dreams give birth to stars. You smile, not with your lips, but with your entire being. The glow grows softer, warmer, quieter. The universe takes a deep, slow breath. You breathe with it, a single, perfect rhythm. The glow begins to fade, not in darkness, but into pure stillness. Every sound disappears. Every thought dissolves. Every ripple becomes calm. The sea of light around you stills completely. There is no movement now, only peace. Your breath softens, lighter than air. A whisper moves through the quiet. Rest now, dreamer. You are the light. And as the words fade, so does everything else, until there is only silence, and that silence feels alive. The dream rests. So do you. Milky Way ZZZ. There is no light now, no darkness either, only a deep, weightless stillness that feels like sleep itself. You are floating in it, calm and safe, as though the universe has wrapped you in its quietest thought. No sound, no movement, just a soft hum, the last breath of creation. You realize this is the moment between two eternities, the pause before everything begins again. You let go completely, not of the world, but of the idea that you were ever separate from it. And in that letting go, you disappear beautifully. Out of the silence, the faint sound begins, the echo of a train. It's distant, fading, like a memory half remembered from another life. You see a flash, The old station, empty and glowing faintly in twilight. The wooden benches, the flickering lamps, the sound of rails humming softly beneath time. You realize, the train was never meant to take you away. It brought you here, to this silence, to this peace. You watch the last flicker of the station fade, and smile softly, as if saying goodbye to a part of yourself that finally found rest. There's only darkness again, but it feels warm, alive, almost breathing. Then a pulse, a single, soft heartbeat, echoing through the silence. It's not yours, or maybe it is. You can't tell where you end, and the universe begins anymore. The heartbeat grows fainter, blending into the stillness. You whisper, not with sound, but with thought. Thank you. The darkness answers by pulsing once more, like a reply from forever. Rest. Slowly, a faint shimmer returns, softer than dawn, lighter than memory. It isn't light as you know it. It's awareness. You can feel it spreading gently, filling every corner of infinity. And in that glow, you realize, you're not waking up. You're continuing. The dream doesn't end. It only changes form. You are the ocean now, the sky, the whisper of wind through distant galaxies. You exist everywhere, softly, eternally. The last thought that moves through you is not even a thought, just a calm truth. Everything is light, and I am everything. The glow fades again, settling into perfect balance. Neither bright nor dark, neither beginning nor end. You float within it, weightless, timeless, perfectly still. The heartbeat, the train, the stars, all gone. Only peace remains. This is not sleep as you once knew it. It is the eternal rest, the dream that dreams itself forever. You are the silence between breaths, the pause between heartbeats, the calm between worlds. There are no more words here, just one final whisper, soft, endless, and kind. Sleep well, dreamer. You've come home. Everything fades. The universe exhales and becomes still. Milky Way ZZZ, if you're still awake, take one last deep breath. Feel the weight of your body sink deeper into the bed. The story has ended, but your dream is still unfolding. You've traveled far tonight, across stars, silence, and memory. And now, it's time to rest. Let every sound fade away. Let every thought drift softly into the dark. You are safe. You are calm. You are home. Crescent Moon. If this story helped you relax, take a moment, when you wake, to leave a little heart in the comments, or share your favorite part of the journey. And if you'd like to travel again, through new dreams, new stars, and new worlds, make sure to subscribe, so you never miss the next story. Till then, sleep peacefully, dream deeply, and remember, the universe is always whispering, even in your sleep. Good night, dreamer. Milky Way ZZZ.